Hi guys, welcome to another video. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year celebration and a wonderful Christmas before that. Today I want to talk about how to make a good New Year's resolution, pretty much like everybody else apparently at the moment as well. Seems like it's that time of year again. And I want to really tell you how you can figure out whether your New Year's resolution or resolutions that you want to make is coming from a good feeling space or from a bad feeling space. So what I really want to talk about is the reasons why we set certain goals. So when setting a New Year's resolution, you get the classic stuff like I want to lose weight, or I want to get healthier, I want to get fitter, I want to get a better job, or I want to be in a relationship, whatever it is. I want you to ask yourself the question, why are you wanting to achieve the goal that you're setting for yourself? And the absolute key to figuring out this why is to actually see if thinking about the resolution that you've set and the goal you want to achieve makes you feel good or if it makes you feel bad. You can tell this also if, for example, if you have a New Year's resolution and you ask yourself why are you wanting to do this, if something like the words should or ought to or have to comes up in your mind. Because those are usually the goals that we feel pressured into achieving. So, for example, weight loss. We feel like we ought to lose weight because then we would appear more healthy, we would appear more happy, or we feel that we have to because otherwise we won't be happy, or something like that. And that is not really a good feeling space. It's a feeling space, it's a goal that's coming actually from a lot of pain and a lot of resistance. So the resistance is, well, I'm probably not at an ideal weight right now and I really don't feel good the way I do, so I really have to change that. But it's not coming from a good feeling space. And the problem with that is that if it doesn't come from a good feeling space, that you will lose your motivation and you will lose your discipline very quickly. And we all know that mental discipline doesn't actually last very long. It only takes us so far, and the thing that really takes you further is the motivation and the inspiration to achieve your goal. And goals that come from a negative feeling space, they don't have that inspiration, they don't have that enthusiasm inherent to them that will actually help you carry the resolution through, well, let's say past the first 2 weeks of the new year, basically. Here in Joburg, where I am right now, it's really funny to see as soon as the new year starts and you start driving through the streets, you see so many joggers. It's beautiful weather, it's summer, everyone starts jogging, and by late January, mid-February, you're really lucky if you see a jogger. It's almost like an endangered species already when you get into the second month of the year. And it's absolutely crazy to see how many people just lose that motivation so quickly, and I find it's really, really sad. Because obviously you can set a new goal any time of year, but the new year really is a great time because it gives you that extra, like, well, it's a new year, it's a new me kind of motivation. So it is a fabulous time to set new goals that you can actually carry through the year and that will make your life better. And the thing also about setting goals from a negative feeling space is that you're creating resistance to the thing that you're trying to get away from. So again, classic example, weight loss. If you're setting that weight loss goal out of a negative feeling space of, I think I'm too fat, you're actually creating resistance. So you're creating resistance to the fact that you feel fat. So I don't know if you've ever heard this phrase, but what you resist persists. So the more you focus on that not having what you want, so on the not having skinniness, on the not having health, the more it will actually persist because it's what you're putting your attention on. So what I want you to do actually is for you to focus on the good feeling aspects of your goal. So what you can do is, even if you've realized now, okay, maybe I've set a goal from a negative feeling space, I want you to take a look at that, take a look at the goal and see what it is about the goal that makes you feel good. What is it about the goal that excites you? What is it that fills you with enthusiasm and with inspiration? So maybe it won't be the actual weight loss journey that gets you really excited. Maybe it's that vision that you have in your mind of yourself being really lean and healthy and fit and full of abundant life energy. So I want you to hold that in your mind. And then you won't actually need the discipline to keep you motivated. You won't always have to say, oh, come on, don't have that treat now, go to gym instead. And you won't have to keep forcing and pushing yourself. You won't have to have that aggressive attitude towards yourself, which is really not a very loving attitude at all. Instead, you can come at the whole thing from a place of inspiration and enthusiasm. And that's a much better place. It's a much more creative, abundant, and expansive state to actually come at your goals from. And then I want you to not just goal set. So don't just say, well, I want to achieve this, but I want you to actually visualize it. I want you to visualize yourself already having achieved that end state, already having achieved that goal. And then I want you to discover how you can have fun with it. Because essentially we're here to have fun, we're here to experience joy and abundance and expansion. And the way you know that you're lined up with all of that, with everything good that's coming your way, is if you feel that joy and that enthusiasm and that inspiration in the moment. So I want you to find out how you can find that in your goal. So again, I'm just going to stick with this weight loss goal now because it's actually a really easy one to use as an example. So if, for example, your goal is weight loss, find a sport that's fun. Don't tell yourself that weight loss can only happen at the gym, but find a sport that's fun, somewhere where you enjoy moving your body, where you can actually find that playfulness in yourself. And then you'll already be in a much better and more creative space for everything that you want to actually line up with you and to come into your life. And you also really shouldn't restrict New Year's resolutions just to the new year. Like a lot of people will often have, they will feel really bad if they want something and they work towards it and suddenly they don't want it anymore. But I'm here to tell you that is absolutely natural. It's absolutely natural to get really excited about something, and then once you've done enough of it, to go on to the next thing that's really exciting. We tend to get a little bit distracted like that, and that's totally okay. So whenever you actually feel like it, create a new goal for yourself. Visualize a new goal for yourself. It doesn't have to be only New Year's. And that's pretty much it. Right, about the visualization thing. When you're doing the visualization, I know most of us are visual people, and if we see something, then that's it's a lot easier for us to remember it. But when you're doing this visualization of what it will actually be like to have achieved your goal already, I want you to not just see what it looks like, I also want you to visualize and to imagine the sounds, the tastes, the smells, the emotional feeling aspect of it particularly. Just visualize the whole thing with all your senses, because that just makes it like an actual memory. And the more you visualize this, just do it 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, just before you get out of bed, even just visualize this state, this end state that you actually imagine for yourself. And just visualize it with all your 5 senses every day. And that will actually help your brain remember it and ingrain it almost like an actual memory. So that if you've done this, for example, for a whole month, and then you think back on it, it's actually almost like it already happened. And it actually allows yourself to become more open to opportunities or to actual inspiration, inspired thoughts that actually comes your way, because you're already thinking in that mindset, and you're no longer in the mindset of, I don't have this yet. But you're in the mindset of, I already have this and I'm already grateful for this thing that I'm about to receive. So that is the quickest, most surefire way to make sure that your goals and your resolutions actually come to fruition. And another thing that's actually really important is to figure out when you hit a roadblock, when you feel like you're at that dead end of motivation, you're at that dead end, you've hit a really bad plateau or something like that. How do you figure out whether to keep going or to reframe your mind and to go maybe towards a different goal or to go at it differently? And I'm actually currently writing a blog article on this, and I think by the time this video is online, the blog article should be up as well. I'll put the link up top here. So go check that out, about how to overcome roadblocks and how to know when to focus positively and when to actually just go in the opposite direction and actually work on yourself and be with those rather negative emotions, that roadblock that you're stuck in. So go and check that out. So, because it's kind of like the phase 2 of goal setting and resolutions and how to get past that. And now, last thing left to do is tell me your New Year's resolution in the comments. I really want to know what you've got planned for this year and what's coming towards all of us. And apart from that, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, exactly. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.